Hour number 3 underway, talking some college football. We'll continue doing that with Taylor Zarza here in just a moment. It is Tuesday, September 30th. You can listen online, jocksfm.com. The app is in your app store, iPhone, Android. Download it for free. Watch live on YouTube each and every day, or tell your home smart speaker to enable the Jock skill. Don't forget about your CBD store. If you're looking for products to help you lose a little bit of weight, the Trim by SunMed on the shelves now at the largest brick-and-mortar CBD retailer in the world. Also, Lion's Mane in stock now to help get you through your day. If you have arthritis, anxiety, they have products for that. If your pet suffers from arthritis or anxiety, products for that. Skincare, gut health, better focus throughout the course of the day, more energy throughout the course of the day. Your CBD store has all those products, and they're the first company to have USDA certified organic oil supplements. Don't believe the news. They are open. They are selling their products. Go by one of their 3 locations today. Highway 280 by Bailey Brothers, 150 by the Cajun Cleaver, and Trustful just off 459, your CBD store where good health hits home. Taylor Zarza of the SEC Network joining us now on the Higginbotham Hotline. You were with Vandy over the weekend. Got to see him. Let's just start with this. What appears to be most different about that team this year as opposed to what you saw last year?
This is the way you watch the football game, Cole, is what's most different. The people that are in front of Diego Pavia look like SEC offensive linemen. And, you know, each time Matt Stinchcomb and I have done a Vanderbilt game in the last 7-8 years, the very first thing he says, a bit frustratingly, is they can't line up. And when they're playing any other SEC team, he goes down on the field and he starts shaking his head and says they can't line up. And we went down on the field on Saturday, and I know it's Utah State, but he immediately said, this is different. You look across the board at that offensive line and the kind of push that they're getting, especially for 4 quarters. You know, I realize Virginia Tech isn't a great team, but South Carolina, I do think is a good, solid football team. And you watch that game, they're pushing people around each week. That's the big difference. They've had skill guys here or there on Vandy teams, and they certainly have some good skill guys this year. But they have an offensive line that is far better than any Vandy offensive line I've ever seen.
I can't believe they let you on the field. I figured you booth tulips wouldn't be allowed to go on the field. Only only grinders like Cole.
Knoxville going back up 7 stories is not
much
fun.
I have gone to the field there. It's a beast. That's one where if I have a game on Rocky Top, it's very hard for me to get to the field. And I know I'm going to go back up.
It'd be really nice if Peter Burns came to us a little earlier, though, in that little pregame show that we do, because we're getting close to kick by the time we're walking back up to the field or back up to the booth. But
yeah,
man, I love Vandy's new stadium, what they've done to First Bank Stadium. I'm excited to watch Cole do a report from those new chalets they have at some point when he's there this year.
I don't even know what a chalet is.
I believe they're called shallots. But I like it.
They look like ski in and out chalets that they have there in the far right corner of Vandy's stadium now. But they're beautiful. I can't get over how much better that place is. I used to call that TV booth a tree house that we were in.
It's because it was made of trees.
It's a great description, actually.
Yeah.
It's like made of termites holding hands with wood that's about to fall. That's about to crack and break underneath you, but now it's a real enclosed TV booth, which
Love
is
it.
very nice.
Very good. So when you watch Vandy, and I do want to ask you a little bit about their defense, because so much has been made about the offense. And I do think they're better in the front 7. I think they're a little deeper in the front 7. I don't know if they're rolling guys the way you'd want to in the SEC, but I do think they're a little bit deeper than they've been. Not crazy disruptive, but can they slow down this passing attack is the big question to me.
Yeah, that's my big question too. I mean, especially with the way that Ty played on Saturday night, and the offensive line for Alabama had such a good game this past week. Corday Sidnor, number 96 for Vanderbilt, he can push people around. And in the last year and a half since he's gotten healthy, Vanderbilt's defensive line has gotten significantly better. They like you said, they've got guys that can contribute certainly against Utah State or Georgia State or Charleston Southern or Virginia Tech. But yeah, that to me is the big question. At the second level, they've got good tacklers, Langston Patterson. Brian Longwell is another guy to watch this week, number 10 and number 11 for Vanderbilt. They'll flash on defense. Randon Fontenette, the transfer from TCU, another guy that's a good tackling football player that's quick and it's all over the field. But that's exactly my big question for Vanderbilt this week is can they really affect Simpson in this game? That'd be, to me, the one place I'd worry about Vanderbilt moving forward as they go through this back half of the schedule. But, the only other time in the last 80 years Vanderbilt has started 5-0, which is crazy, was 2008. And that team ended up 7-6. They started playing all those SEC opponents, and they just couldn't match up. I'd love to hear Cole's thoughts. I just think this Vanderbilt team is significantly better than that one. I think this is about an 8-9 win team if they stay healthy.
I love the speed that they've added in different places to be able to go not only vertical but horizontal as well and sort of stretch you out. The offseason emphasis of yards before contact, trying to help out the backs, not relying on quarterback run as much. And I think I don't know this for certain, but I think that they have gotten the message to Diego a little bit of you don't have to play as much hero ball. Like, this Diego danger zone that you get about 3 times a game of, hey, we're just going to go for it, which is great when it works out. And, behind the back pitch or fadeaway jumper back foot 50 yards downfield, like we don't have to have those. And he's got to limit those this weekend, I think, Taylor. That's a massive part of him being very selective when he tries things like that against this Bama defense.
Yeah, speaking of Johnny Manziel, I do think he hung out with him after the game against Utah State on Saturday night, but we aren't seeing as much of that this year. And I think it's because of just how strong they are on the offensive line. Jordan White, their center, has really become the leader of that offensive line and was elevated to a captain right before the Utah State game because of just the great teammate he has been so far for Vanderbilt this year. They have 3-4 different guys in the backfield that they're counting on, which is good. They roll a bunch of different running backs in on a play-by-play basis. Junior Sherrill, Martell Height, Trey Richardson's a guy you're going to see a lot in this game, number 6, who they're going to get the ball on the line of scrimmage. They're going to get him the ball and let his speed take over. He's quick, really good in the return game too, coming from a Division II school. And then obviously Eli Stowers is one of the better tight ends in college football. He's sort of been quiet so far this year, relied a lot on the running game and their wide receivers and haven't gotten it to Stowers as much. But, yeah, because of all that, and Clark Lee talked at length about Pavia doing exactly what you just said, being smarter with the football, not trying to play hero ball this season. And so far he's been very good at it. I would say there's probably still one-time game where he tries to do something that's just head-scratching, and he did against Utah State. He only threw 4 interceptions all last season, and he's already thrown 3 this year. And he still tries to do that once or twice. And I think that's a big point, Cole, is if there's adversity in Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saturday afternoon, and they're down 10, 14 points in the second, third quarter, does he still run their offense? Or does he try to do something that's just a bit head-scratching and that's unnecessary if you want to stay in the game for 4 quarters? But this is a team that has been exceptional in the second half, that has depth, that has a better offensive line, and I'd be surprised if they got run out of Bryant-Denny on Saturday. I think it's going to be a good game.
I wanted to ask you about depth quickly, and that is I don't feel like they're rolling guys as much as they maybe should situationally when they've had the chances to. Later in some of these games they've been in control of. Now, a couple of these games it's taken them a little longer than they probably would have liked, but third quarter, half of it, all the fourth quarter, they have been in control, and is there a reason they're not playing more guys, or am I maybe misseeing exactly how that's been going for them as far as reps?
Are you saying specifically on defense or
just
both sides of the ball?
All around, honestly, all around.
Yeah. I don't know that defensively that they have enough trust in their second team or third team guys yet to do that, because they did play a lot of football against Utah State in the second half. But I do think that, guys like James L. Lassiter, M.K. Young, these younger running backs, they did come in. They spelled Cedric Alexander, A.J. Newberry, who were their first 2 backs. So we did see a lot of them. I don't know that they trust their second, their third team wide receivers maybe as much as they'd like to, because Sherrill, Richardson, those guys, they were still out on the football field. So maybe there's something to what you're saying there. But they've been, look, the first team Vanderbilt guys have been great. so far through the first 5 weeks of the season. And the other thing that we should really point out, I'm sure Greg and Sean will talk a lot about this on Saturday. I'm sure Sean will talk a lot about this on Saturday. is that they have a number of 24 and 25-year-old guys that are playing football for Vanderbilt that are last year graduate transfers from smaller schools all across the country. And you know what? As long as these are the rules, good for Clark Lee. I mean, he's got a bunch of men that are playing for him on both sides of the football, especially on the offensive line.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. And it will correct at some point, but might as well take advantage while you can, for sure. When you look at Clark Lee and the offense's deployment of some of their weapons, Bama's down a couple guys along the defensive line. I think it's going to be hard for them to move it between the tackles, but I do think the edges are potentially susceptible, especially with some of the misdirection and the eye violations that Bama has notoriously fallen victim to. How do you think they'll try to attack this group? Will they take it right to them, or do you think they're going to kind of approach it with a little misdirection and a little bit of smoke and mirrors?
Well, that's how Vanderbilt has had to operate for so long. I do think that they are better in the trenches and should have, the majority of the season should be better effectively running the football right at Alabama or right at the opposition. But if they're unable to do that, Tim Beck, the offense coordinator, and Jerry Kill, the chief consultant, I guess they're calling him these days, who has a lot to do with the entire program and especially what they're doing on offense, because he is everywhere on the sidelines. They can do that with Eli Stowers, who can also, of course, throw the football. They can do that with Trey Richardson, this jet sweep specialist that they have at receiver. Martell Height is playing both ways. This is a guy that is a good defensive back for Vanderbilt that's getting a ton of reps on offense for that exact purpose. And then obviously Diego Pavia can use his legs. And I'm seeing a lot more accuracy from Pavia when he is on the move, when they are moving the pocket, especially to the right, to his strong side. So I do think that, Greg, they'll try to run it right at Alabama because they've tried to do that and they've been effective doing that through their first 5 weeks. But if they struggle with that, they will have no problem emptying the kitchen sink against Alabama. And they have the players to do it, and they certainly have the offensive schemes to do it.
Taylor Zarzo joining us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Let's go around the league for a moment. What do you feel like we're missing right now? Is there something people are not talking about enough? Something you feel like deserves more attention? Maybe something we're too far ahead of ourselves on? Something that needs to be talked about that you feel like is ahead of where people are describing it? What are your overall thoughts on the league as far as what's not out there being discussed enough?
Well, I think you guys, I'm sure, are hitting on this a lot every single day. But I don't see a 2020 Alabama. I don't see a 2021 or 2022 Georgia in the league this year. It really wouldn't surprise me if the SEC champion has multiple losses at the end of the year. And it wouldn't surprise me if a 3-loss team in this league finds its way as the 11 or 12 seed in the playoffs. I'd see 8-9 teams that can beat each other. And this is the way it's going to be, I think, moving forward, especially with the new 9-game schedule and how that's all going to shake out. But I don't see a dominant football team in this conference that's just going to go unscathed. I'd be shocked if we saw an undefeated team at the end of the year. So I'm sure you guys are hitting on that. I don't know how much interest there is in this, but I think Kentucky is going to win 3 games, maybe by the end of the year. And Mark Stoops has tens of millions of dollars that's guaranteed to him. They look like the worst team in the league to me by a significant margin. You just saw them, Cole. And I don't know what the future of Kentucky football is with him. So that's sort of fascinating to me. I've always enjoyed being around him. I've called a lot of his games. And I'm reminded of something that Jim Grobe, the old Wake Forest coach, said years ago to me after he had a lot of success there and then continued to stay there and the program kind of fell back to where it was when he took it over. He said, you never want to stay at a place like this too long where they forget about all the great things you've done. And Stoops is the winningest coach in Kentucky football. And I just wonder, are we seeing the back end of Stoops' tenure and their program is back to where it was when he took it over?
Taylor, we always appreciate the time, man. Great stuff as always. What's next for the Titans?
Oh boy, we are going to see Dave Pasch on Sunday in Glendale, Arizona.
Well,
And,
not so much
this is
schedule,
big,
just
yeah.
how do they right the ship, sort of. Cam Ward seemed pretty
okay.
frustrated after the game. Cedric Gray seemed to have a good game. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel here?
Yeah, this is a hard reset. And look, when you are completely resetting a roster and you have a brand new general manager, chances are, you're only going to win a couple of games. But nobody wants to do that. Even though you're developing a lot of young guys all over the field, on both sides of the field, on both sides of the ball, you still want to win right now. And it's disappointing when you put a product out like they did this past Sunday. Look, the culture is still strong. Their practices look great. There's a ton of juice on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays in Nashville, and there's belief going into Sunday. It's just not translating to game day. And kind of what you said about Diego Pavia a minute ago, there's Cam Ward is a rookie. He's never gone through any of this before. He's a winner at every level, and he's forcing things a little bit, which isn't surprising. You see rookies do that. But I do think they'll see the other side of it. I don't know if it happens this week or if it happens next month, but I absolutely believe it'll happen by next year. They have some good young talent. I really believe in their quarterback. I believe in their general manager, who had a great draft this year, and he needs to have a couple more of them. But the truth is, guys, this is a full-fledged reset in Nashville.
Are you gonna document Dave Pasch's travel on your show?
I'm going on with Doggy exclusively later this week.
Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Dave Pasch did a game in Colombia and had to get to San Francisco.
Christopher Russo is a mess, and he just has a deep infatuation with everybody's travel, including yours. He had questions for me last week at the Ryder Cup about your travel, and I was like, call him up. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm driving 3 hours to Oxford. Very tough.
Yeah, well, he wants to know where you stop for gas. It's
100%.
A little strange. But,
and how many times you saw Springsteen, and whether or not it was a full house.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, there's a ton of that too.
Wait, so you saw him at the Garden? You saw him at the Garden? Was it Full House?
True story. He does ask a lot of questions about Bruce Springsteen, but I'm excited to see Mr. Pasch on Sunday, and hopefully that's the site of the Titans' first win of the year, Cole.
Let's go.
There you go. We'll see if it happens.
Gosh, if you guys beat the Cardinals, I'll be so happy. I will kill Pasch if you beat the Cardinals.
I think Damien will be happy too.
Yes.
But, Taylor, we appreciate the time, man.
Thank you, my friends.
See you,
Take care.
All right, Taylor Zarzour joining us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Good stuff there just on Vanderbilt, what they're going to bring to the table, what they're going to look like. Speaking of Damien, he gives us our NFL update from over the weekend when we return next on Jocks. Every week we give you a little bit of an NFL update, what happened over the weekend, just to keep you in tune of what's going on, what's taking place. First, I'll tell you about Gusty Goulas and the Gusty Goulas Group. Because if you need a home in Central Alabama, this is who you need to call. Why? Serve more than 3,000 home buyers and sellers in the greater Birmingham area. You can trust Gusty's aggressive and proven selling system. He's got what it takes to attract hundreds of qualified buyers who are going to want your home. I can speak from experience. He's helped family members of mine, more showings, better price than you ever imagined. Over 850 five-star Google reviews. Just Google Gusty Goulas Group, brokered by eXp Realty. Call 205-542-1996 today or go to GustyGoulasGroup.com. That's GustyGoulasGroup.com or call 205-542-1996 today and start packing. Damian, what do we need to know from the NFL weekend?
We start off the Tennessee Titans fall to the Houston Texans 26-0. Your Pittsburgh Steelers.
You're just going to move on from the Titans game?
Absolutely.
0-4?
Yeah,
Cam Ward not happy.
But they're the lead. We left with them. We can't focus on it?
No. There's nothing to focus on. We're getting ready for number 1 overall pick again, back-to-back seasons. Cole, your Pittsburgh Steelers sitting at the top of the AFC North after they knock off the Minnesota Vikings from Berlin 24-21.
Barely held on to that game.
Yeah, how about your boy?
Here we go.
How about your quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, 18 for 22, 200 yards and a tutty.
Did you see him rip the smelling salt before he threw the touchdown?
Yeah, that's why he's lined up. That's why he was dialed in.
And for those that don't know, that's coming out of the huddle, not like on the sideline and going back in. Out of the huddle, smelling salt, tuck it back of pants, throw 80-yard touchdown.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. He's old. He's got to juice himself up somehow.
Not a fan, but I'll give him credit for that one.
Why? Why are you not a fan with that?
You know it.
That's awesome.
Good.
And how about the run game? Kenneth Gainwell, 19 rushes for 99 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Memphis represent.
What team is he on now?
He's on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nice.
For now. And shout out to DK Metcalf for all his fantasy football owners. 5 receptions, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Needed those points. How about a rookie making his first start? Jackson Dart, somebody we're familiar with here, as he was a quarterback for Ole Miss. In his first start, knocks off the Los Angeles Chargers, 21-18.
Looked like maybe at times one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NFL.
Yeah, not so much now. Jackson Dart, 13-20, 111 yards and a touchdown. Also ran the ball 10 times for 54 yards and added a touchdown as well. But
that would be 2 guys. Sorry to interrupt you. That would be 2 guys on that team that a lot of people said would not work in the NFL. Because Scadaboo's having a great year so far as well.
Okay, it's one game. Relax.
Against the AFC West leading Los Angeles Chargers, bro.
Relax.
Scadaboo has played in more than just this game.
I'm not talking about Scat. Scat's fine. He is who he is. He's a good player. Good, solid football player. But let's not, wet the bed about Jackson Dart just yet.
We'll wait till tomorrow night. Go.
Who do they play tomorrow night?
No, I don't know.
No, but the big news for the New York Giants, even though you got to win, you lost Malik Neighbors for the season with a torn ACL. But there's only one team in the NFL that remains undefeated. That would be the Philadelphia Eagles as they knock off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-25. Jalen Hurts, 15-24, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the big hoopla is he an elite quarterback? Right now, he's undefeated in the NFL.
What was that on First Take this morning?
You better believe it.
What's the pushback on him?
No, they're just saying he's not a MVP candidate.
Okay.
And of course, one of his receivers, AJ Brown, is a little bit frustrated. 2 catches for 7 yards in the ball game.
Was he one of those tweeting stuff or whatever?
Yeah.
He is a receiver.
He had it made in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll put it like that because, we sent him.
I bet he's in a better situation now.
Yeah, because Cam Ward has nobody to throw it to. But Jalen Hurts added 62 yards on the ground. How about Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams knocking off the previously undefeated Indianapolis Colts 27-20? All Stafford did was go 29 for 41, 375 yards and 3 touchdowns, and none more important than his guy Puka Nacua. 13 catches, 170 yards, and a tutty.
13 catches is insane. Nice day.
And honorable mention Tutu Atwell. 1 catch for 88 yards and a touchdown.
Not bad.
Not a bad.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
Not a bad average. But how about 2 teams that we thought would be in a little bit better situation than what they're in? The Chiefs finally get back to 500 as they knock off the Baltimore Ravens 37-20. Patrick Mahomes 25 of 37, 270 yards and 4 touchdowns. And how about Xavier Worthy leading the team in receiving and rushing?
He's back.
Yeah.
He's
2
back.
rushes for 38 yards. and then 5 catches for 83.
What about the other side of that game? That's where you need to focus because nobody had the Ravens at 1-3. Nobody.
Yeah. Derrick Henry only 48 yards rushing.
Didn't fumble this time, though.
He didn't. Took an L. But shout out to Zay Flowers as well for the garbage time numbers for the fantasy football owners like myself. And Gregory, how about your Dallas Cowboys? They didn't win.
Just obscene.
And they didn't lose. They tied.
Yes.
The Green Bay Packers.
40-40.
40-40.
Just can't do it. No, you don't have ties in football. It's just ridiculous.
You play to win the game.
That's what we've been told.
You didn't lose it. So
you don't play to lose. You play to win.
Play to win.
You damn sure don't play to tie.
Heard that.
Dak Prescott, 31 from 40 for 319 yards, 3 touchdowns. And George Pickens, 8 catches, 134 yards, and 2 tutties. Probably could have had about 11 catches if he didn't drop a few, but nonetheless. Jordan Love on the opposite side, 31 of 43, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns. And how about your Roll Tide brethren, Gregory? Josh Jacobs, 22 rushes for 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also led the team in receiving with 4 grabs for 71 yards.
Love
He's
Josh
good.
Jacobs.
He's really good.
And then last night, if you got a chance to watch the doubleheader on ESPN and ABC of the NFL, the Miami Dolphins get their first win of the season as they knock off the New York Jets 27-21. Tua Tagovailoa 17-25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devon Achane 20 rushes, 99 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Tyreek Hill.
It also means the one other thing, that the Jets are still winless, by the way.
Greg,
Correct.
that's your squad.
Justin Fields ain't that guy.
Oh, boy. 20-27, he's efficient.
Do you see how long it takes him to process?
He had a 43-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he can run it. He's a good runner. But it just, everything takes so long. It's so slow, so methodical. Like, just everything takes forever. I just want him to play faster.
Understandable. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches for 67 yards. And if you saw the catch, his final catch of the game, it was ended up being a traumatic one as he dislocates his knee and also tears about every single ligament there as he is out for the season. And the finale. The Denver Broncos absolutely obliterate the Cincinnati Bengals 28-3. Bo Nix, 29-42, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and also added a rushing touchdown as well. And sorry for Cincinnati. I didn't realize it was going to be this big of a drop-off without Joe Burrow as your
What did you think it was going to be?
Yeah, but
I mean, at least you could tread water, score a touchdown.
Hey.
A touchdown.
All right, so this week we got Niners-Rams Thursday night on Prime. So you'll have that one to get set for. And your Titans will be in Arizona, as Taylor stated. Damian, do they get their first win of the season?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
definitely.
Got to start somewhere.
Kyler Murray, athletic game manager.
Athletic game manager.
Yes.
Sounds like a new title for college football.
different.
It's a new one.
Front
Athletic
office.
game manager.
Who else will fall in that bracket? Is it just he's one of
Justin Fields.
Wow.
Apparently, Jalen Hurts, if you listen to First Take.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like Jalen's pretty good, but what do I know?
No, I think he's solid. I think the Eagles are flying way under the radar right now.
They're undefeated,
Yeah,
aren't they?
All they're doing is just
winning.
winning games, and
The most
everybody
boring
wants to
fashion.
talk about Buffalo, and they want to talk about Dallas, and they want to talk about other teams. It's like
Why do they want to talk about Dallas?
Philly's still
It's
the
almost
team,
like they
man.
moved the needle or something.
Philly's still the team. Philly's still the team at the end of the day. Thank you, Damian.
Jackson Dart or Jalen Hurts? Cole.
I'll take Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart or Justin Fields?
So far, Jackson Dart, but it's 1 for 1.
Jackson Dart or Spencer Rattler? Saints are 0-4.
I hadn't seen the tape.
Well, it just
Don't
doesn't
need
matter.
to.
I just
Don't
asked
need
a
to.
question.
Don't need to.
Need to probably see the tape before I make an
Nah.
assessment.
I think you're fine.
Jackson Dart or Mac Jones?
Mac Jones.
Glock Purdy's back, man.
Roll Tide.
If you say so.
Jackson Dart or Cam Ward?
Cam Ward.
Jackson Dart or Aaron Rodgers for the next 5 years?
I'll probably take Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I can't wait till Aaron Rodgers comes back and you are stuck with him for another year.
By the way, the one touchdown throw is just absolute rip. You're
Dude,
just
he
like,
can still play.
Goodness gracious, the velocity he can still put on the football is insane.
He can still play.
Imagine if he worked out.
Who needs a workout to throw the ball?
Bands.
Go sit in the dark for a few hours.
Bands, ayahuasca, and smelling salts is all you need to increase velocity.
It's the perfect ingredient.
That's what I'm about to switch to. Dark retreats, bands, and smelling salts.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah. Makes you elite.
Man, when did your broadcast get better? When I quit lifting and started smelling salts and bands and dark retreats? You're welcome. All right, good stuff there, getting us updated on the NFL. Everything happened over the weekend. Still have bad box score of the day at the end of the show, but we'll talk some more SEC football next right here on Jocks. I'm over it. 9:36, Tuesday, September 30th here on Jocks. I said we were going to go more SEC football, but I think we've done that. I want to go a little bit more to the national scene. We haven't mentioned what happened to Florida State on Friday night.
Yeah.
Virginia with the huge upset. We knew Chandler Morris could get it done, but he only goes for 229. It's a weird game because both teams turned it over a bunch, but Florida State goes down. The run game was there. They ran for 256, but Virginia goes over 200 yards rushing as well, G-Mac, but Virginia found a way at home to get the win. It was a huge upset in OT.
Virginia's running back he's something now. I freaking love this
Jamari
kid.
Taylor?
Yes. I love him. He is a bona fide dude and finishes runs, doesn't go down, incredible contact balance. Like, he is awesome. I think Florida State can really only blame themselves in this game. The 4 turnovers, but one was inside the 10. The other was in their own territory. They put the ball on the deck. They struggled, I think, some with the tempo that Virginia was throwing at them. They couldn't really get lined up. They were a little bit out of position from time to time. I think they struggled there in quite a ways. I actually think that this was a pretty good little wake-up call for Florida State. I think they match up a little bit better against Miami than they do against Virginia because of the tempo, but I still think Miami is about as complete as you'll find. I think it's going to be a dogfight this weekend for Miami. I lean that direction, but I don't lean it heavy because I think the one area that I'm not real sold on right now with Miami are their corners. And I can tell you who can get it is Deuce Robinson, as long as he catches it, which is a huge if. But they can get it on the outside, and that would be the area for Miami that would concern me the most.
Well, he caught it on Friday night to the tune of 9 for 147 and a touchdown.
He also had a drop that would have tied the game and sent it to another overtime, which is like
he beat that ball up.
God, I don't know what he was doing. It's like, golly, dude, what? He seriously got boxing gloves out there trying to catch the ball.
That'd be a great drill, by the way. Make guys catch the boxing gloves.
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll get a lot of guys catching with their hands.
If you can catch balls with the boxing gloves on, you should be able to catch with your hands.
You can dodge a wrench, dodge a ball.
Gloves are too good. And then the Ole Miss tight ends catch. It's like he didn't even close his hand.
It was filthy.
He had his hand, his fingers were wide open, and he caught the ball. I was like, the gloves are too good. The gloves are too good.
He's a good player.
He does so much for them.
God, he's so good.
He does a lot for them. He really does.
I love him.
Okay. Okay.
I do.
Ohio State.
I don't care anymore. I just love players.
Wins at Washington 24-6. Watching this game, GMAC, I'm not going to say they're the best right now. They're the cleanest right now, but there is zero doubt in my mind Ohio State has the most violent offensive line in college football. And I'll include the tight ends in that group as well. They get after you. They're out for blood up front. And it's not super clean just yet, but I could see that group turning into one that they can really lean on as the season progresses. Julian Sam made some nice throws. He's efficient. I don't think he tries to do too much inside the offense.
No, they don't have him. They don't ask him to.
Yeah.
A lot of it is, and seriously, so much of it is like bootleg here, RPO bubble here, short passing attack. But I mean, they had to call 9-10 bootlegs in the game last weekend. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it's great. So I think that it's a repeatable recipe. They know they're playing good defense right now. So I think that is one area where I'll be really interested to see how it all kind of unfolds. But I think at some point, the downfield passing attack against a quality pass rush, I will be curious to see if they can do it. I really will. That'll be the one thing I'm curious about.
Yeah. I know Caden Curry and Caden McDonald both proved they can get after it watching that defense. I mean, 92 and 98 were in the backfield a lot against Washington. So Ohio State looks like they are for real. And I would probably have them. Would you notch them above Oregon based on what you saw with Oregon against Penn State?
Yes.
So you go Miami, Ohio State, Oregon?
No, I think I might lean Ohio State now. 1. Miami 2, Oregon 3.
Okay. Dante Moore, 29 of 39, 248, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. It was a solid performance from that offense. They ran for 176. This game just felt like it was more let down from Penn State than it was wow from Oregon. Did you leave the game thinking that?
Honestly, answer me this question. If I were to take Penn State's uniforms, put them in gold and black with Hawkeyes on the side of the helmet, could you have
no, you didn't.
Could you have seen a difference in the first 3 quarters of that game?
Well, Gronowski got hurt, so I don't. That you had excuses at Iowa. Penn State's quarterback stayed in the game. I don't know what the excuses were there.
Yeah, corners would have been a giveaway.
Drew Aller, 14 of 25, 137, 2 touchdowns and a pick. They ran for 139, but it was not an impressive 139 on the ground. 4 yards per carry. It didn't feel like that for Penn State, GMAC.
No, it didn't at all. At all. And there's just no threat of the downfield throw. Like there's very little threat when watching them. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Like the transfer from Troy, Devontae Ross, he's the guy with the most juice on the team.
Yeah, number 5 for Penn State.
Feed him. I don't care if you have to take 5 shots a game to him on go balls. I don't care if you catch 1 out of 5. Like the threat of the downfield has to be there, and it's just not. I don't know if it's a lack of trust or what, but there's not much of a threat. It allows the safeties in the run game to come up and get involved. Like they got to take the training wheels off the offense. They really do. And until they do, it's going to be tough sledding. But frankly, like I watch Aller's throwing it off his back foot 8 to 10 times in the game, leading to some inaccurate throws. And that would be what concerns me the most, I think, moving forward, is that your veteran quarterback that has now been a starter for a very long time, he continues to kind of play like a young player from time to time. And that can't happen. That can't happen at this point.
I tell you what can happen. You can feel better. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com today. Schedule your free consultation. Get the free PSA test, the free testosterone test. They'll give you a baseline of your health and then let you know how they can help you. If it's weight loss, if it's testosterone, they can help you there. If it's the peptides, they can help you there. If you're struggling with weight loss, they want to help you. If you're struggling with sleep, energy, feeling on edge, brain fog, they can help you with that as well. Cool locker room environment, no stress environment. Great people just want to help you feel better, and they're going to tell you how you can save 10% by mentioning Mac and Cube when you walk in the front door. Holistic approach to health and wellness. Minimal upfront cost from the programs they offer. Now open in Trustville. Game Day Men's Health. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com today to schedule your free consultation. We will be back with some very unique bad box scores of the day next, right here on Jocks. All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Going to get to our bad box scores of the day here in just a moment. It's 9:47, Tuesday, September 30th on Jocks. Before we do that, G-Mac, tell our listeners about Crocker Moving Services.
They're a local company owned by an Iraq War veteran, Eric Crocker. Crocker believes in hiring movers you can trust to complete full background checks and run drug tests on every single employee. These are good guys, and you can trust them in your home. They do your whole home pack to move your company headquarters, move across country, or you just want them to come rearrange your living room. These guys got you covered. They also do deliveries for furniture that you've purchased and need to get to your home. So call or visit them online today for a free quote. The website's crockermovingservices.com. That's crockermovingservices.com. Support your veterans by choosing Crocker Moving Service for your next move.
All right, we take you to the NAIA levels of football for today's bad box score of the day.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
Intentional grounding, offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here, excuse me.
That's the game.
The William Woods
Warriors?
No, they've actually made multiple appearances on the show.
They're the Eagles.
They're not.
Bulldogs.
They're the Owls. And they
I remember them.
just went down to the St. Ambrose out of Iowa.
Saints.
No.
No.
We've had them before, too.
I know. Are they the Crusaders?
They are not. No.
No, they are the Weed Whackers.
They are the Fighting Bees.
Oh, the Bees.
The fighting ones.
And
Did they live up to their name?
They took care of Bees Ness against William Woods to the tune of 82-5.
5. Okay.
A fiver.
Yeah. Your first down differential in favor of, obviously, St. Ambrose, 30-16. St. Ambrose, 6 of 10 on third down. William Woods, 2 of 16.
Well,
add that to 1 of 4 on fourth down. That's 3 of 20 conversion downs.
it's not ideal.
Your total yardage differential, 625 to 202.
Ooh.
Not that bad.
And they actually ran 4 more plays, did William Woods. Your net passing yards were 289 to 156, which means your rushing yards were 336 to 46.
Ground and pound, baby.
St. Ambrose, no surprise, did not punt in the game. Not a single time.
Very efficient.
0 punts in the game. Alec Ponder, 13 of 18, 226 for 5 touchdowns.
Light work.
Jeez.
Why are you laughing?
Light work.
Trey Jenkins rushing 17 for 155. Zaire Wilcox, 15 for 95.
Let's go.
He had 3 touchdowns rushing on the day.
Let's go.
Passing for William Woods, Clayton Byer was 10 of 31 for 102 and 2
I've seen worse.
interception.
They kept him in there?
Well, Gabe Seri came in and went 6.
Oh, this is just
But
bad
Dante
run.
Rhodes would come in and go 1 for 3 for 7.
Okay.
And on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I'll offer you up Valley City State.
They are the Vikings.
They are.
Let's go.
They were at Eastern Oregon. The
Orioles.
No.
No, they are the
Eagles.
No.
Red Hawks.
Mountaineers. This one from La Grande, Oregon.
Let's go.
Community Stadium. The whole community comes in, is invited. Valley City State took this game 3-0.
Okay. Old school ball. That's your kind of game, Cole.
We'll see. You tell me. Total offense, 199 to 166.
Ooh, defensive coordinator's dream.
That's on 69 and 59 plays, respectively.
Let's go.
Passing yards, 136 to 109.
Hold on.
That's how many up?
No, it's not. 199 to 166. Total offense, 136 to 109 passing. Net yards rushing, 63 to 57.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute. That means they weren't running the ball.
Eight.
I mean, the score was 3-0.
18 combined punts in the game.
Whew. That's a slobber knocker.
It's a lot.
Do you think
17 combined penalties,
Do you
6
think-
combined fumbles.
this is where the Colquitt family goes on like vacations?
Maybe.
Watch games like this?
Maybe. Now, it was actually an efficient day through the air for Valley City State. Joey Cave was 12 of 19 for just 68 yards.
Ah.
Long of 16. Ethan Kastner came in, 12 of 17, 68 yards, 13 his long. Jake Douche was 0 for 1.
Typical Jake.
Poor Jake.
Elia
Drinkwitz?
Kirasimasi for Eastern Oregon was 11 of 17 for 49 yards.
49er?
Very efficient, except for when he threw the 2 interceptions to the other team. So Damian Aliana came in and went 5 for 8 for 39 yards. Paul Hobson would come in, though, and go 4 for 5 for 21 yards.
Why were there so many players on the field? Like, was there injuries going on?
They just keep trying new guys. They're like, can you throw it downfield, please?
Nothing is working today.
Right.
Your leading rusher for Eastern Oregon was Waylon Riedel, who was 10 for 25.
10 for 25.
Joey Cave, though, for Valley City State, led the way 11 carries for 34 yards.
Okay, Joey.
It's 3 yards a pop.
He didn't cave.
So, yeah.
It's a very unique game.
Walker Brondos is who you need to know. 1 for 1, 24-yard field goal. Your game winner.
Let's go. Let's go.
Drop the mic.
Let's go.
Got that in the third quarter. 3-0.
Hey.
You don't get those very often anymore.
The old third quarter game winner. The old walk-off third quarter.
So that coach scored more in the second half than he did the first.
Means he's a good coach where I come from.
Absolutely.
And I guess the other one's not bad because he scored the same.
That's what the local Alabama media will tell you.
He's average.
He's a good coach.
I'm here for it.
I'll give you one more from NAIA. Ferris State. We heard a lot about them.
Yeah, the Fighting Chamblises.
No.
They're actually the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
No, they're the Wheels. The Ferris Wheels.
Stop that.
This guy.
What?
Wow.
They barely snuck past Rio Grande.
Rio.
Vipers?
No.
Oh,
No,
that's the AAF team.
The River Cats.
Is it Rio Grande or Rio Grande?
Damien, it's not minor league hockey.
No, they're just the Hawks.
No.
Okay.
The
The
River
Boardwalks.
Cats. They are the
Badgers.
They're
We
the
don't need
Red Storm.
Oh.
Not to be
Heck
mistaken with the Blue Storm or the Green Storm or the Orange Storm. They are the Red Storm.
Okay.
They have like a little cyclone for their mascot. Nonetheless, it rained points on their defense to the tune of 76-0. So it's a stormy day for their offense not being able to score.
Yeah, it happens.
They got shut out. First down differential, 26-9. They were 2 of 14 on third down.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
not
Auburn
great.
just went 0 for 12, so I mean,
It's fair. Molly, I didn't put makeup on today. Don't take my picture, please. Total offense differential, 404 to 106.
okay.
Rio Grande threw for 98 yards in the game. The whole game. But on the ground, however, they ran the ball 29 times.
4.
8 yards.
Oh.
Stifling defense, man.
Well, here's the problem is we all know that sack yardage counts there. So it shouldn't, but it does.
No, this is actually net yards rushing.
Yeah, what about that? So sack yardage counts.
Yeah, they ran 29 times for 8 yards.
Correct,
That's all I
but
can
sack
give you.
yardage counts.
I
towards
do
that.
know that Ferris State ran for 239 yards.
That a boy.
Balanced offensive attack. And they did not punt in the game.
No punts?
Not a single punt.
Puntless Joe.
That's it. I will say only 5 penalties in the game. I'm a fan of that.
There we go.
I'm all about that life.
Discipline.
Give me more of that.
Trinidad who? We don't need them.
Trinidad, yeah.
3 quarterbacks for Rio Grande combined to go 9 for 29. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It's not the most efficient day through the air.
It's not.
But leading the way on the ground was Simi Lo'alua Jafo Ungalaye, 6 carries for 37 yards.
I remember him. I remember
slow
him.
clap for that one.
Yeah. Big transfer from Hawaii, I believe.
Is that where he's from?
I think.
Feels redundant to say.
Dang.
Hey, 6.2 per carry.
Have yourself a day, brother.
Those are your bad box scores of the day.
A lot of options.
Tomorrow, Trent Dilfer. Well, as you stated, the quarterback, Aiden Ludoff, was 4 for -20.
See? Sacks.
Maybe he just ran reverses and didn't find yards.
Maybe they should be on the Joe Moore watch list.
Probably not. 3-man front is next.